How you guys doing? You're watching Andy WTH. I'm Andy. This is Big Brother 18 USA edition, of course, again. And of course, this week got double eviction. Quite an exciting week. I really liked it. Let's get right down to it, all right? This week, at the beginning of the week, of course, was Victor was the HOH. We'll talk about the first eviction first. Was it a good move or not? Okay, what does he decide to do? Well, of course, let's start off first of all. There's a new alliance, was called the Executives. All the guys are on it. Victor, Paul, Paulie, Corey, and James. So they decided at this stage of the game, where there was only like 9 people in the house, let's start a alliance. Great. The only ones really benefit this week for the alliance is the guys, because Victor did not target any of the big targets. So really, Victor, you should have thought about it a little bit more instead of going after the targets that you went after. But anyways, that's another story for another day, I guess. But myself personally, though, just to let you guys know, whoever put up that week or this week, hands down, would have been Paulie, obviously, and Corey. Those are the 2 big threats of the house. Those are the 2 big roosters. Who does he decide to go after? A couple of little hens. And the hens he decided to go after, well, it was Zakia and Michelle. Let's talk about them for a minute. All right. Basically, Michelle, all she does, basically, she cries quite a bit. All right? And that seems to be her game. As far as strategically, she doesn't want anything. In my opinion, she'd be the best one, like I said before, to bring to the final 2, because I don't think she'd be able to speak to the jury. She's a very emotional person, so that's a negative as far as her game is concerned, but positive to bring her to the final 2 and beat her. I think she would be an easy win, no problem. And Zakia, well, without Paulie, she's a lone wolf. Yeah, she's a little bit more dangerous than Michelle, but not as strong. She's not as dangerous as the other 2 guys I just said of Paulie and Corey. Okay, so obviously Victor really wasn't thinking this week. So anyways, that's who we nominated, Michelle and Zakia. So it is what it is. Not thinking straight. He thought, why not put them 2 up? And of course, the nomination was quite interesting. He made this big speech, huge speech, and probably the best speech of the season, as far as I'm concerned, at the nominations. And at the end of the speech, he had some necklaces. Don't ask me what the necklaces are for, but he threw the necklaces to each of the girls, which I thought was kind of nice. But Michelle cried for some odd reason. I mean, it is a gift, but I guess it's just how it is. I guess she didn't like the gift. So, and of course, this week, Paulie won veto. So, Paulie could have had a chance to take off Zakia, but he thought, no, I'm not going to do it, because if he did do it, then the guys would have been pissed off because they wanted to vote her out. She was their target for the week, which to me, again, is the wrong target, but well, that's just how it is. So he thought, okay, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go talk to James to get him to cancel 2 votes. Remember, he had that power this week to cancel 2 votes that would go towards Zakia, and then Michelle would go, because he wanted Michelle out, and Paul wants Zakia out, which the PP, well, they're starting to break up a little bit there. I think they're starting to kind of drift apart, you know what I'm saying? So, and Paul noticed that, by the way. It's always about Paulie, not about Paul, which if Paul wanted to get his target out, Michelle, he should have been a little bit more Derek. There you go. Should talk to Derek on that one. He would probably been able to get her out, but he didn't. So at the end, when the vote came out, of course, James canceled, I believe it was Paul and Victor's vote. Okay, so all right, so 2 gone right there, and of course Zakia is out, and Paulie, is sort of like one person less in his alliance. He should have probably used it because he's going to need her this week. All right, so we got that part done. So that was a huge mistake, as far as I'm concerned, for Victor. He should have went after, like I said, Corey and Polly. Hands down, that's who he should have went after. Because really, the only one that's really going to take look after him is Paul. Now, of course, the second eviction, guess who won? Of course, Corey. Now, Corey decided, of course, to target Michelle and Bridget. Michelle went back up again. All right, and Bridget, which I don't understand why he even put Bridget up. She's a lone wolf. She's by herself, basically, right at the moment. And she, of course, he had the chance himself, put up two big targets. Of course, it was Victor and Paulie. No, again, a second nomination wasted. And he, of course, decided to go. They did the veto, and he won veto and kept it the same, obviously. And Bridget is out. So now we have, I believe, 8 people left now. Yes, sir. It was 10 when it started. Now we're down to 8. So who's going to win HOH this week? Well, I'll tell you right now. I know who won. Is a spoiler, but I'm not going to. Should I tell you? Hell with it. Okay, if you don't want to listen to this part, just kind of put on mute or something. Anyways, it's Victor. Victor is the new HOH this week. So basically, he's HOH 2 weeks in a row. So is he going to waste his veto, or excuse me, not veto, HOH this week? Who should he put up? Again, if I was him, it's pretty hands down, pretty easy. Corey and Paulie. Bang. Paulie should be the #1 target because he is a competitive beast. Remember, now we're down to the final 8, okay? So basically now his odds of playing veto, pretty much he's going to be playing no matter what. Unless he's one of the two that does not get picked, the backdoor plan unlikely will work. So he should just go right after him right away and take him out. That's just my opinion. And of course, I was telling you earlier, the executives, I think, is only 1 week alliance, and they're going to start breaking up this week because there's no way you can have an alliance of 5 when there's 8 people in the house. Okay, you're going to sit there, you're going to start looking around and say, okay, who can win competitions? Well, obviously, Corey and Paulie, and you got and Paul, those and Victor. Those are the competitive beasts. That's half the house right at that point. I mean, Nicole is not going to win very much. Michelle is not going to win as much. And Natalie, I doubt it. Really, she won, yes, she won 1 HOH, but whoopee. And James, well, James is not really a strong competitive beast. So basically, if I was them, you got to take them out, because if you don't, the last one standing, I mean, that's what you got to do at this stage of the game. But probably what he's going to do with Victor, he's going to turn around, and who is he going to put up? I'm going to tell you who's going to probably put up. I think he's going to probably put up, of course, ooh, wait, I just thought of something too. The care package. If you don't want to know who won, I'm going to tell you who won the care package. Again, so she cannot go up. Nicole has won the care package. So that means she is super safe this week, so she cannot be nominated. So that's one person gone. So who is he going to put up? I think he's going to put up Michelle again, and probably Natalie. Waste of time. So that's what I think is going to happen. We'll see, but he should put up Paulie for sure, hands down. He should, but we'll see. Anyway, that's my assessment this week for Big Brother. We'll talk next week. So hopefully you like what you see. Click below if you would like to subscribe, and any comments, by all means, click it down. So that's about it. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.